The future of our workforce isn't just written in boardrooms or factories, but in the universities, classrooms, and various forums, as well as in the minds of education leaders. They are the real visionaries who are pushing the boundaries in terms of creating the right set of talent, skills for the future professionals. In this series, Shaping Tomorrow, we honor them. We speak to various vice chancellors, deans, academic heads, and career services heads to understand how they are reshaping the higher education landscape and creating the future talent workforce. Join us as we uncover how they are transforming higher education to meet the needs of tomorrow, because shaping minds today means shaping the future workforce, one that is ready for the challenges of tomorrow. This is not just a conversation about education. This is a conversation about the future. And in this inaugural series, we cover the Middle East region, starting with the United Arab Emirates. Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity. Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity. Dr. Dima, it's an honor to have you here in this podcast. We are in the vibrant campus of Canadian University, Dubai, and I think it's one of the few universities which actually have a podcasting kind of a setup to actually do something like this. So it'll be great if you could introduce yourself to the viewers, and we could start from there.
So welcome to CUD. I'm currently serving as Vice President for Canadian University Dubai. Like you, I love this university. I love the vibes. I love how progressive it is, the location, and what we're doing also on the academic side to take the university to the next level.
Okay, great. So it's a very unique title, University Advancement. So there are a lot of titles that we keep hearing, but essentially, as a university advancement person, what all do you kind of involve in?
So I've served as a VP for Academic Affairs, and now I've taken on a new challenge as VP for Advancement. On the advancement side is everything that has to do with connecting the university to the external community, to alumni, to engage employers more, to prepare our students for employability, to be job ready. So it's a very interesting portfolio in addition to corporate training and executive education.
Interesting. So tell us a little bit about the programs in Canadian University.
So Canadian University has many programs, all cutting edge. Our biggest school is the School of Management, which has about 1,400 students at this time. We've just launched in a range of new programs in that school, including a new Bachelor of Management, a new Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, a new Masters of Business Analytics, a new DBA program. So we're trying really to keep the curriculum up to date in order to meet the needs of the industry and the needs of the markets.
Okay.
We have other programs. We have an excellent program in engineering where we just launched a new Masters of Artificial Intelligence. We have a very good cybersecurity program there. We have a School of Creative Industries that is very much aligned with Canada, and that is has a very bright future, because I think creative industries is going to be in demand. We have a School of Communications as well. We have a School of Public Health. We have a School of Architecture and Interior Design, and they're launching a new Masters of Design Thinking for Circular Economy. So just from this brief overview, you can see that every school is working to offer new programs that are aligned with the demands of the market, with the needs of the market, that are trendy, and that will really prepare our students with the skills of the future.
Okay, interesting. So a couple of things, right? We spoke about a lot of programs. So how do you really measure the effectiveness and success of these programs over a period of time?
So we have multiple ways to measure the success of our programs. Of course, there is a regulatory part by the ministry. Here, they are very diligent in terms of doing regular program reviews, visits, re-accreditation, reports. We have a program effectiveness report at the end of each year. We have student satisfaction surveys. We have faculty satisfaction surveys. So it's like a 360-degree assessment to see every year, to take kind of like a close look at what is happening with that program from the perspective of the ministry, from the perspective of the stakeholders, from the perspective of the advisory board as well, and of course faculty and students.
Okay. And you've been in the academics field for the last 2 decades, if I'm not wrong.
More than-
And you would have seen students coming in, going out of institutions over a period of time. What are some of the differences that you see, let's say, 10, 15 years back and the students of today?
I see, yes, I do see a change in the profile and the expectations of students. The learners of today are much more progressive in terms of what they're looking for. They have access to more information. They're expecting much more hands-on, practical kind of learning, learning that will give them the opportunity to experiment, not only through practical training, through competitions, through hackathons, to put their knowledge into action. And also they're expecting different delivery modes, especially like non-classical delivery through, for example, simulations, videos, flipped classroom, integration of technology, utilizing AI. So I see a really big difference. I think education is at the tipping point where if we continue with the classical approach, we are risk becoming obsolete. So, and we have these changing expectations of our users and our learners, and we need to really like adjust and adapt and be agile to be able to meet those expectations.
And I think, from our previous conversations, you did mention that you're a proponent of skills of the future, and you've been trying to drive a lot of those activities within the campus. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So this conversation around skills is something that is really a key conversation currently across the academic landscape. And this conversation around skills is key for the future. And I think every university will need to really rethink what they're doing in order to impart those skills and to measure the extent to which their programs are nurturing those skills in an effective way. There are a range of skills: critical thinking, problem solving, originality and creativity, leadership, resilience, adaptability, and leveraging technology in an effective way. I would say this is a summary of the key skills that we are trying to integrate across our programs. And we're also integrating like some micro-credentials and certificate programs. We're working with Coursera. In fact, CUD was one of the first universities to get on board and to sign an agreement with Coursera. So some of our courses have replaced traditional assignments with a Coursera certification, which will again contribute to like employability.
Great. And just to take a step back and look at we covered academicians' involvement in helping build skills of the future. Now, from a faculty perspective, right? How do you get them to be involved more in the curriculum advancement and kind of staying up to date, apart from just taking care of the students?
Of course, the faculty are the drivers of this, and they are the key stakeholder to make change happen. And there, like in any other institution, there are pockets of resistance whereby faculty want to stay with the traditional way of doing things. But it is you also have champions of change amongst our faculty, and faculty who are really immersed in this conversation, aware of the changing landscape, ready to implement interesting changes, to champion those changes within their programs. So I think these are the faculty who will be driving the change going forward. And this applies across the board, not only to CUT.
Yeah, okay, great. So I think from a skills perspective, you said that, okay, we're using, let's say, Coursera, etc., to create content and, give it to the students. From a general technology perspective, how do you kind of integrate technology into the institution, and for what all aspects today technology is integrated apart from, let's say, running a learning management system?
Yes, I mean, technology now is a very pervasive aspect of everything we do. And I think the most prominent one, it would be artificial intelligence, and kind of like having proper guidelines for the use of artificial intelligence for both faculty and students,
Right.
and monitoring that it is going to be used in an ethical way and in the proper way. So I think most institutions are at this point where they're grappling with whether to allow these new trends for artificial and new tools that are available relating to artificial intelligence. And we're at this point where we know that this is not going to change, that there is no point in resisting the artificial intelligence wave, but just finding ways to embrace it in order to be utilizing these new tools in an effective way that supports the learning process.
Excellent. So I think I'm done with most of my questions. We would like to, maybe take a step back from the professional life, and what do you do to wind down after work?
So after work, I make sure to disconnect. I touch base with my friends, with my family. I do sports. I go to the gym, and I keep my social life busy, engaged. So it's really family and friends and like personal time for reading and sports.
Okay, great. On a closing note, I think the last question would be that, the entire UAE has institutions in 3 digits today. There are a lot of institutions which are coming up new. In such a competitive market and in such a place which is where institutions are like opening day by day, what are probably 1 or 2 recommendations you can give to the broader community in terms of building excellent institutions?
To build excellent institutions, we need to keep this mindset of openness to change. I think the only constant today is these changes happening. And as I said at the beginning, we are really at a tipping point in terms of our educational institutions being well positioned to take advantage of these key trends that are impacting higher education across the globe, whether like technology, digitization, sustainability, skills of the future. So innovation and entrepreneurship is another very important key trend, and it's our signature here at Canadian University Dubai. So the more higher education institutions are able to embrace those trends and find ways to integrate them and to go with the flow and to be ready and to help their faculty and students to be ready, the more they will be successful. The more they resist, the more they're going to fall behind.
Okay, great. Awesome. So it's been wonderful to have you here on this podcast, and I'm sure the viewers are benefiting from the nuggets of wisdom that you have had. Thank you so much for being present here and sharing your knowledge. And once again, we are doing this podcast series to ensure that we have the right messaging going out to the community, and making sure that we have a collaborative approach in terms of building things.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah, thank you.